All right, in the top right, we have Cure playing the only race in this game I understand, and he's in the blue. Is he not on a team right now? No, he's in Jin Air, right?
Is he not on a team,
Yeah,
right?
he's in Jin Air. All right,
Boy,
I
the
got it.
fuck.
We're good. I'm literally gonna watch this entire game from his perspective.
Okay, cool.
Perfect.
On the bottom, whoops. On the bottom, currently teamless. He actually left Psystorm like a week ago. I didn't even know that until like 2 days ago. In the red, playing Zerg. Holy moly, it's Ragnarok.
You sound so depressed, man. Is it because you're out of your element here and
It's a
matchup
fucking
you don't
Zerg
really know?
player, dude. How can I get hyped for a Zerg player?
Rip. Yeah, I feel you. Holy moly.
Alright. Tell us, Taryn, what happens in PvT?
You mean in TVZ?
That's what I, yeah.
So in TVZ, I think this is this gas after racks? I think so, right? I'm not
didn't
sure.
notice.
I wasn't paying that much attention. I should have.
Shouldn't you be able to know by the gas numbers,
also,
Mr.
Shut
Taryn?
up, man. No, dude. I go by time. Sometimes I confuse myself, okay? I'm like, all right, so I got my barracks, I get my gas. Sometimes I'm like, wait, when did I take this? And I'm on like full autopilot. I'm like, wait, this gas. Was it gas first? And then I have to determine whether I can afford a Reaper. Can I afford a factory? Like, what can I do here? Then I figure it out from that. But so usually this matchup goes into like one of two like general branches. Either they play like Marine Tank or some variation of that, or they play like the Hellion Cyclone. And I've seen them both. They're both like relatively popular. I'd say that I think Hellion Cyclone's probably favored like mostly in NAEU. I don't see it like as much in KR, but I don't know if like lately I haven't been able to watch that much competitive StarCraft, which is really sad because I've been working on building a studio too much. But
Wow.
when I was watching before, like it was mostly bio stuff from the KR Terrans. But the best players know how to play both really well, so it's impossible to like know in advance and like hard counter with your unit comps early on.
Sick.
Yeah.
So what's he gonna do this game?
I don't know. It's still too early to tell. Like the way that TVZ works out, like the 1-1-1 is just the default, and basically until you see the barracks or factory, you have no clue what's coming out.
Like
There's like one really good 2-base all into right now that Special did in GSL, but I don't know if like it caught on or if I just thought it was like the dopest thing in the whole world and like I've been playing it. But it's possible you'll see a 1BC build with a 2-base, and there's also the 2-base. The 2 BC builds as well, but they're kind of like niche.
So we're seeing probably Hellion Banshee with this, right?
I mean, maybe.
Or Hellion something.
Say a Hellion Banshee Allens are like one of those things that you could actually just see at any given time. Like even I never all in, but even I know how to do a Hellion Banshee Allen. Like we all know how to do it, because it looks, except for if you don't notice the 8th Hellion, it looks exactly like everything else. Like if you don't get an Overlord in for the cloak, but it looks like he's going that way. So this is either going to be like a battle cruiser or a Banshee. Yeah, so we now got Hellion Banshee, and if he does 6 Hellions, it's probably going to just be like light pressure, nothing serious. And if he does Armory, we're going to see an all-in probably.
Oh my god, he's almost going to lose that Hellion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming you want to save every Hellion.
Yeah, you want
it's
to
kind of like it's like
many,
2-1-1 where like even losing a Marine
this
is
damage
bad.
is bad. Like,
Yeah.
If this were an all-in, like I'd be sweating, because that one extra Hellion gone is like kind of bad.
Yep, and he could just straight lose it, but it looks like he's kind of going to suicide
He's gonna lose it for sure, but I think he's like, it depends on what kind of player you are. Some players are compulsive gamblers. If you're a compulsive gambler, like you tend to sack your Hellions no matter what, and in this case he does it, and it works out pretty well too. Yes, he's going for it. He managed to micro well enough to get all the lings, but now he's down to 1 Hellion, and now the drones are pretty much scot-free. But that's like, you'll notice that I've talked about this with tons of Terran players. Like some people, like Jim Tony used to say that, you know, sacking your Hellions was like the dumbest thing you could ever do. But then, you know, some players will literally sack the Hellions every single game, and they like can coalesce. So it's like really personal preference whether or not you do it every game.
I was curious if Kira was going to cancel cloak upon having it scouted from the Overlord or not? Is that like usually just like a straight meme that people do, or like is that
No,
actually?
like canceling cloak is something you usually do if you're building. So sometimes like you'll build a tech lab and then you'll put a Viking and then you'll research cloaks. So it looks like it's cloak banshee, so they build all the spores, but in reality you're just getting a Viking or like a liberator or something. Because liberators tend to have more, like they can do more damage if you're doing like a multi-prong or something. So. Like, yeah, sometimes you'll cancel it, but if you're like actually doing Hellion Banshee of some kind, no, you got to keep Cloak. You need it. If you're building an actual Banshee for real, like Cloak is necessary.
So while I was
Banshees
happening,
can get something done like this. Yeah, how many SCVs do you get?
he actually got the cancel on. He didn't actually. He killed the command center that I was building. He didn't even cancel.
No!
He didn't even
Did he
cancel
really?
it. Yeah, because he was busy trying to do Hellion run by at the
He's gonna
same
get
time.
it now too. Yeah, it's one of those surprise.
Oh my god, he just.
GG.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you know who's killed me twice with this exact same thing? Mushroom gas.
Mushroom gas. I don't even know
literally
that is.
he's an NA player, and like you'll be playing and everything looks normal, and then all of a sudden there's like 30 lings, and you're like, oh,
Lol.
cool.
Cool.
That's just Zerg for you.
Cool. At least we can bond on one thing. That Zerg is absolute BS.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Come on now.
Sometimes. But you know what, man? Like if we're trying to be real, sometimes you build 30 lings like that, and there's 8 Hellions that didn't die, and you're just like, oh, well,
Oh.
that's awkward. Yeah. Well, so you notice that, like, Kira actually overbuilt Hellions. Like, he built 8 Hellions, but wasn't going to do an all-in. And then, but he left 4 at home for that exact thing. And then he was like, screw it. We're doing it again. Like, and then he lost the other ones, too, and that was right.
Yeah, it was like just trying to be too he seemed like he was just being too aggressive, like with the second set of 3 Hellions or whatever, trying to get extra cheeky drone kills, and then that's exactly when the lings were counterattacking.
Like I said, compulsive gambling, man.
It's
just, you're like, man, we got to get it done. All right. You go. Introduce our Terran friend here.
Bottom right hand for Jennair Green Wings, the greatest team on Earth for StarCraft 2. Better than their league team. It is Cure.
All right. And in the top left, we have the now teamless Red Zerg, Ragnarok.
Reaches over to hit the stream deck.
Nice.
I need to like time this out better where like I'm not zoomed in. Like I need to so I can okay, I'll figure it out.
You have a lot of things to work on.
Yep. This is a very lax stream, that's what I'm telling you, man. I'm not priding myself on my amazing.
You had like a whole month to plan this one, didn't you?
Huh?
You had like a whole month.
Yeah,
to,
you're right.
do this
and guess what?
already.
In that whole month of planning, I planned it on the weekend that I'm going to the fucking Rocket League fucking World Finals with my brother. So I was at that all day today. And then I have to come back here and do this. And then I'm going to go back again tomorrow morning. It's great. I'm going to get like 4 hours of sleep.
Matt says, tell Sal to get an actual stream, please. I only say that when it's brought to me by Twitch chatters who actually watch my stream. Thanks.
He said that to me. Not you.
No, he said, Sal, tell Gemini to get an actual stream, please.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you thought he's... whatever.
No. Learn to read.
Yeah, that's a very
Today
vital
we learned
skill.
that you can't speak English and you can't read English.
I am the worst candidate apparently to be an actual English teacher in Korea. So that's what we learned today.
All right.
Regardless. Hey man, you try to read chat, talk to someone at the same time, and observe a game all at once, and see how you do, alright?
Every day, buddy.
I know, I'm just fucking... You are actually incredible at it.
You picked like of all the people.
I know, right?
You could have used that on.
You're literally like the best. Like you and M Canning are like up there as like the best like Twitch interaction streamers.
Yeah, he's actually pretty good. It's pretty good.
With
If
this
only you
headset
could hear him
mic.
properly.
With
Yeah,
this-
exactly.
Look at this fucking cheeky ass drone.
This looks
by the way.
super standard, bro. This is like again, just cookie cutter. The first like I'd say 4 minutes of TVZ, as long as there's no roach all in, like look exactly the same.
Yeah, I've noticed that from the TVZs that I've watched.
TVZ is very mapped out till after Starport. This is a deviation I do not see anymore at all. Like no one does this.
Triple
But
CC.
This is something that was done. Like remember 16-bit?
Yep.
Yeah, so when that map was popular, Inno used to run this build all the time, and I used to do this build all the time, and I was fucking terrible at it because, I'm like
Yeah,
40,
you need to
100.
actually be able to macro with that build, I know.
Well, you can get the macro down, but then all-ins suddenly become literally like, even the slightest all-in becomes like a nuclear bomb. Like you have no chance of holding because you have nothing. You have a third CC. Like you can't kill anything with a CC.
Yeah.
So you spend all the time macroing, you feel really good, you're ready to start building units, and then you die to roaches, and you're like, oh yeah, okay, I guess that makes sense.
Rip
So this is
Reaper.
like, basically, you just delay getting the second gas, and then you pick up the build where it would have been, but just like 20 seconds or 30 seconds later after the 400 minerals for the CC. And if you can get up to 5 racks, this build is insane. The number of units you get is actually nutty. It doesn't, like, the Zerg will be confused as to how much crap you actually have. And usually the right response is just to take a way faster fourth and just drone. Or you can choose to all in, but I think it's easier just to play the game you were going to play without building any units. One thing I haven't seen, because back in those days it wasn't meta, like I don't know how Hellion Cyclone works out of this. It could actually be that because you still have the same number of gas, like that build works at almost the same time, so it could just be a better version of that. I'm not really sure.
Since he Ragnarok got fast OV speed to be able to scout, he like sees the third CC quite early. Is this a thing that you could very easily reactively punish as a Zerg? Like, do you feel like that's
I think
an
at
option
this
out of them?
point it's too late. Like he's getting a Baneling nest, and like, but he's already been building drones. Like, what's he at now? It's at 41 drones, I guess. It's not that much. They're pretty close. He could have choose to all in maybe. No, he's still building more. No, he's not gonna do it. Like if he had a Roach Warren or something, he could choose to like flip the switch on and just go for it. But I feel like it's a little late now. If it was an earlier scout, then yeah, I think so.
So at this point, he's just going to defend basically as best he can versus
Well,
if he knows
yeah,
that this many Hellions are even out, like he doesn't really seem like he doesn't have too
well,
much
these are all he
prepared.
can build, right? Like what he's not gonna be building anything else because he had the factory, right? But now these are all he can have. So yeah, I think the correct thing for him to do is just play super greedy. So he gets up to 85 drones like really fast on a fourth
So
base.
like so that losing drones isn't even that big of a deal because like I
Yeah,
mean he doesn't really have
yeah.
he's got fucking 9 Zerglings right now against
Yeah,
however many
there's a
Hellions.
wall. There's gonna be a wall tonight. Oh,
Is it though?
there should have been.
I guess the queens are gonna help out quite a lot here.
Yeah. He actually was getting baited really well because I'm watching from his perspective. Like he was getting baited super well. It looked really open, but then as soon as he tried to go up there was like lings on both sides. Yeah, that was very well done from both sides there. Like trying to take advantage, and the other side like perfectly prepared. Look at these queens just holding them out. Ragnarok has this kind of down.
7 queens, well.
Yeah, I mean, but you can already see like the worker counts are more even than they should be. Like this is, I would say that Cure got away with this open right here for sure.
Oh, the hold position on the ramp though, gonna clean up all the lings, so it's gonna give him position into the main base. Lots of drones gonna get killed off from this point of view.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
How many
Oh, don't
workers
clump
is it
him.
now? 9.
Oh. Rip. 12. Oh no, another clump. 13. 14. Nice. Got my classic tasteless impression going there.
Well, so it's not just that lings are like bad. It's that those are 8 Hellions, not 6. So like you have a full like section of Hellions to work through while you're taking damage. And if you can't get like that really juicy surround, it's pretty rough.
21 kills in total.
Yeah, this is pretty rough.
Oh my god.
Now Cure's ahead in workers, so like not only did his build work out really well because of the build choice and he got away with it, but on top of that, now he's ahead in workers, so like his economy is absolutely gonna kick in like and just crush him. I think this looks like a really rough spot for Ragnarok. And now he can afford to trade, I think, for another Queen because he can only pick up 8 Marines here too.
Dude, these fucking Marines are just
these
like
Marines are really good.
they do not die until they do because they've stemmed too much at this point. But now he can
now
run
he
away.
can pick them up and peace out.
That was some value Marines right there.
Yeah.
And you just got another set of units already across the map with it too. This is gonna be brutal.
This creep is so important for Banelings here. This is pretty rough. Like I don't even know how slow Banes could possibly hold against these. Against like someone at my skill level, yeah, because I'm bound to make mistakes. But Cure's not gonna make mistakes.
Yep. Picks up, drops down.
Even against Bane speed now, it's like
easy.
Well executed build from Cure. Like
Seemed like it just kind of wasn't even that great of a reaction out of Ragnarok either. Like he didn't fully realize how, or he just assumed that the queens and whatnot and the wall would help to defend against the Hellions. He didn't think that Cure would go as YOLO as he did at the second time, and that just kind of like snowballed it super hard. He just was not really prepared for
my
for
guess
that.
was that he was, because he didn't take a fourth, which means that he was probably going to try and just go up 3 base and then all in, like, or just like pressure really hard with a ton of Link Bane, or like maybe pick a tech like Hydra or something and do that. And then try and take advantage of when Kyrus takes his base. But the Hellions, like, he just left an opening. He needed to seal up the wall with the queens. Yeah, it's a brutal game.
Brutal.
Yeah, and that's like a quality Terran metagame too, because that build, like, if you don't know, it looks very sim. It looks very, very, very similar, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you come in too late, you're not quite sure what happened, and then you just die to 2-2 push with that's way faster and with way more units.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. It's 1-1, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Top left of the map, playing for Generic Green Wings. Give it up, everybody. Wow. Give me some clappos in chat for Cure. Not a single person's going to do it, I bet. Oh, nice. Joey's got me.
Yeah.
Joey is the one in
All right, Joey, this one's for you, okay? I want to see your clapo. For in the bottom right, we have our red Zerg, Ragnarok.
Oh, shit. I double clicked it by accident. You don't understand because you can't hear it, but they do.
Oh, the Inception meme.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm wondering here if we get hit. Like, I think Kyrus should go for an all-in here. Like,
does Ragnarok ever all in? Is my question. Like, does he throw out like a proxy hatch or something? Does anyone ever do that actually? Because I know Katz was memeing with it. I saw him actually.
Yeah, no, like sometimes Zergs do, but you know what? I don't see too many proxy hatches out of like quote unquote like good Zergs. Like, and when I say good Zergs, I mean like the absolute top tier. I see it just like out of, you know, like really high level to like mid level Zergs on NA EU. I don't know why that is, because I always feel like it's really fucking strong. I don't know if it's just that like at the absolute highest level, like proxy hatches are really not that good. I just don't tend to see them. They tend to be very, I don't know. They just tend to be underutilized, I guess. Oh, did Dark do an... Wait, when did Dark do one versus a Terran?
Yeah, that was versus Protoss. That
I'm
he's
just
doing
saying, like,
versus...
I just tend not to see it. Like, I've seen it before, but you just don't see it as frequently as other all-ins. Like, you see Roach all-ins all the time. You see Ling Bane Floods all the time. But you just don't see, like, Proxy Hatch all that much. It's just not a thing you see from, like, most Zergs.
So I was watching Katz on True's stream the other day, and like he was telling him that it's like actually like a ridiculous build, but that might just be Katz being Katz.
No. Katz is like probably right, and that's why I said I'm surprised.
Yeah, like in his way too, because like Katz
seems extremely good, and it's he's beaten players who like I don't think he could beat ever with anything else, like people who are way above his like MMR, but he like that build is so good that he just gets such a strong advantage. And
Katz is just like seriously just a smart player in general.
Yeah,
like,
he's brilliant.
He's been doing that stuff for so long. Like he's knocked me out of tournaments by proxy hatching, and it's like it's the most frustrating thing because he's practiced with it. He knows what the hell he's doing. So it's like, if a player like Ragnarok who doesn't do that all the time tries it, it's just gonna fall on his face because he doesn't actually realize what the proper follow-ups are.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if he knows, because like you have to map out. Like kind of like how Printf maps out cannon rushing, like you just got to map out like every situation and like what you got to do for every single like thing. And Katz is just really good. One thing that he excels at, I think, is thinking on the fly with it too. Like if a new situation arises he hasn't seen before, like he tends to choose the right adjustment, like most of the time. Like he thinks it through well.
And I think that's because he's so practiced with it. Like he knows all the different variations of what can happen.
Yeah.
Same
well,
opener, by the
not
way.
just that, but I've seen him. I've actually watched the stream, like when I was like dying to proxy. Actually, I watched the stream, and he'd be like, "Oh, I haven't seen this before. Yeah, we'll try this. I think this might be a good solution." And he just like start going down like that game plan, and it would just like work out. So.
Kira's doing the same thing as game 1, by the way.
But this is only 2 Hellions this time, right? Oh yeah, he did try and sack.
Yeah, he
2
did the same
the
thing,
first
yeah.
one,
And then he came in with another 3 later.
Yeah.
And then that's what killed him.
So
Yeah, it's
now
the
he's
exact
gonna-
same thing.
Right, but he's not losing the Hellions this time.
Well, he lost the Hellions in the main.
Only the first 2. But
Yep.
well, the big difference here is that the Ling Flood won't
Yeah.
cancel his CC because he saved the other 2, which is nice. Oh, that Ling. Is a hero almost.
Almost. See if, well, I
So
mean, he's
this-
probably gonna just assume there's a Banshee coming anyway, right? He's already got
Yeah, so
a
this is
one
another
spore
this is
down.
more bio play. Kira
Yeah.
likes to play bio. Like I usually see him play it.
Mm-hmm.
Like fantasy, I see them play Cyclone Hellion, but Kira is usually whenever I've watched him is bio.
Yeah, he's the classic Terran.
Well, he's got
the
an
skillful
Overlord right over.
Terran.
He's got an Overlord right over top of the net, right? So he knows the CC's there. That CC is very standard timing. So he's gonna guess that he's not getting all in like with anything serious, because if he was, it wouldn't be there. Yeah, just 2 drones, nice and easy.
Easy clap.
But that's easy to replace for the Zerg. Like it's not enough.
Oh shit. God damn it! I forgot I had that fucking thing. Just go to June instead of May on that link. You know what? I'm changing it. Quick, Nightbot, go. Oh god,
Can't be
Ragnarok's
mods,
got
you
the
can-
fucking diva announcer. Quick, back to Cure.
Oh, does he? Oh yeah, this is like super standard. Like 1-1. Does he have his? He takes 3x before like 3x and Enjbe before 5x. Interesting. So like, every player kind of does this phase a little differently in the way that they get like the extra racks. Like some people do like 3 racks and then 4-5 and then Enjbes, or like then they drop the Enjbes and then they don't make units and they build a 4-5. Some people do the 3 racks and they let units come out and then they take the 4th and 5th because they get the upgrades and they get everything all at once, and then they just put it down the extra production. There's competing philosophies on how to play the game. I think you get a stronger 2-2 timing if your 4th and 5th racks are faster, but this way you get to do faster like 1-1 timing, and you get to do a bigger push with the 2 medevacs.
Wait, so you said extra racks before? Wait, what were you
If
saying?
you do extra racks, like so if you just like build your 3 racks and then you don't build the units right away, and then you build 4 or 5 racks like really fast, then you get like a strong 2-2 push because your production was earlier.
Right.
But if you build the units first, like now he gets 4-5, like some Terrans would have the 4th, 5th racks done with the add-ons already. Right, but these units he wouldn't have as many tanks, or like he wouldn't have the Marines at home. He would only have the 16 Marines here.
We'll see how much this can do. There's a lot of
Yes.
banelings. No speed quite yet. It's very close to being finished, but Kira really doesn't really feel comfortable with that without combat shield, especially. It looks like he's just kind of poke and creep, keeping Ragnarok busy, threatening.
Ragnarok's got a lot of tumors at the front here, so he's definitely gonna be able to push this through.
Oh, and honestly, he just kills all of them right there.
No,
surround,
it's
good surround.
Too big a risk.
Load up.
Okay, this type of surround is to make it really hard to pick up all the Marines because they're spread out.
Gets all the Hellions. Do the Hellions
Does he
like
have a Liberator
have
at the
any
bottom?
worth at this point
No,
though?
Banshee.
The Hellions even like he lost all the Hellions basically. Like that's
you can-
basically worthless at that
If
point.
he had opted to push with 1-1, those 4 Hellions would have been really good as Hellbats. They tank the initial damage, and if you can focus fire well with the tanks and the banelings, then they're really good.
We'll still have 2 left, so it can do something, I guess. But we'll see. The Hydras will be able to make it difficult too. So they'll probably just evaporate anyway.
No, now they won't have a lot
Yeah.
of utility. Yeah, because he's going for he's gonna wait for 2-2. Like he's gonna take his tanks and his units. So he should just posture center map and then not actually take a fight.
Oh, those 2 tanks at the front getting completely caught out. Gonna get sniped down.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they made like a wall,
Yeah.
so the banelings couldn't pass through. Because if they could have, it would have been a problem. But yeah, this is one of those situations where I look at this game and I'm like, man, I would have died right there. And there's no way I would ever survive this. And then Kier just walks out with everything and just loses 1 tank, kills all the creep, kills a few banelings. Yeah, feels bad.
It was a calculated tank wall.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so now he's going for a drop. He's gonna doom drop 3. I think anything over 2 is doom drop, right? He's gonna doom drop 3. Yeah, 3 medevacs worth of units into the main.
The Baneling Ling counterattack
Yeah.
attempting, or getting ready to be attempted at the third as well. Those supply depots will get pretty easily killed off. We're going to do a little push at the front with this 1 medevac drop to try and distract while the 3 medevac goes into the main. And looks like Ragnarok did see it, so he'll be able to be prepared. Kill that off pretty easily. Hero not paying attention.
Exactly 2 Banes left to go in and kill all this.
Oof.
That is calculated, bro. And did he lose the army in the middle of the map too? I think so.
I'm not sure if he did, but he lost quite a bit of Marines.
No,
from
he
the
lost
medevac.
1 medevac worth. The other one went up to the top, and he got pushed out of the main. So yeah, this game looks good for. This game looks really good for Ragnarok. He's gonna have 2-2 done as well.
This Banshee's still awesome. Ooh, rip all those Marines.
Yeah, and Kira's gonna miss his 2-2 timing. Like he should be close to max for this like 180 supply.
What a beautiful setup base, by the way.
Where?
Cure.
Which one?
Cure, his main.
Oh yeah.
It's very rare. I feel like I see a very nicely set up Terran base.
Yeah, you see like the first 5 usually look good, and then the next ones are like randomly placed. Or some people, like what they do is they put the barracks down at the third or fourth to make it so that the units have a harder time to attack. Just like making more of a sim city.
Nice. Pushing back the
right.
medevacs. Is this like he's basically stalling for 3-3 at this point? Like this is going late game right now. Like he can't really.
Yeah,
he has
Kira's
attempts.
very good at this
here.
phase. Like every time I watch him play like a late game TVZ, he doesn't like to go ghost too much. He just likes to play like this phase, and he plays with the bio units.
Oh, he doesn't go
actually
ghost. You're saying?
No, he like when I watched him play. I was watching like an Olympic League match, and it was on Cyber Forest, and he was playing bio like even into the ultra phase. He would play.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
but I was expecting to start see like libs and ghosts out right now. Like
there's like more than one way to play the bio phase out. Like some people like to do like just a lot of Vikings with like +1 to just hard counter the Broodlord switch first. But then they go ultra and you kind of need ghosts. Like going Viking lib is kind of brutal because of the parasitic bomb, that thing. The thing with the circle.
The thing with the circle and the boom boom and the wow.
Yeah.
I mean, he's only got. Oh, he's going Ghost Academy now, so he's going to be going into Ghosts fast. Okay. I was going to say there's no second starport or anything, so it's not like he can mass produce Vikings for these Broodlords that are about to pop out. So he's got to get something for that.
Yeah, it just depends on the player. Like, and like I said, you know, so many players they're just not. They're good at more than one way of playing the game. So like you'd think that they're going to do one thing based on their history, but they actually have more than one style in their back pocket. And it's tough to call because at this point, like the game looks the same as any other game with the exception of what tech is thrown down at like the 10-minute mark. So in this case, it's going to be Ghost, and he's going to get like live range. He's going to play it for the late game.
Oh man!
In like the classic fashion.
In before 40-minute mass nuke, Ghost Liberator TVZ. Some spine crawlers get killed. Did he notice where that Greater Spire is? That Greater Spire is in such an awkward position, I feel like. It's like so vulnerable to like a straight up foot. It's literally at the 4th base. Just like if that gets sieged at all, like that just dies.
Yeah, that is a pretty brutal spot. It's like really far deep on the creep though. I feel like sometimes like if the building is somewhere that if the Terran never gets that, it's probably over anyway.
Maybe.
Like if the Terran manages to clear all of your creep down the center, and then he gets and kills the Greater Spire, it's probably gonna be bad.
Yeah. Most
is it really
likely.
90 drones? Yeah, it is. 86 drones. Yeah, 90 drones is a lot.
Well, to be fair, Ragnarok's creep spread honestly isn't that amazing for this stage in the game, right? Like it's kind of like wonky having him kind of slow push with this army.
You gotta shut down on the right side early. But it's fine for what he's doing here.
I mean, it's gonna be hard for him to retreat, no? Like if he gets
it also
like
got cleared
jumped
out
on
the right side. It got cleared on the left side too. Like he had the creep, but now it's gone.
Going to go ahead and push in here. The PF is going to be doing so much damage. It's soaking up so much. The Broodlords are really the only thing keeping this alive right now, and a lot of the Vikings are not really focusing them. They're actually killing Overseers right now, but I don't think it matters. Yeah. Like his army, Ragnarok's, is just kind of melted a little bit on that PF. It was quite difficult to push into there.
Well, Yeah, he has too many Marauders though. Like he only has like 5 Marines here and a Viking. I just feel like as soon as the Remax hits, how much does he have in production? He has a lot in production, like 9 Corruptors, 8 Banelings.
I mean, I don't know. It
He's
still,
back
still
up to
seems
200 spot.
pretty
I mean,
even.
it's possible that the 87 drones is really cutting into his ability to build.
I mean, he's pretty broke regardless, though, so he
Holy
kind of needs
crap.
them still.
Yo, can you look at the number of Banelings being produced the month?
What the fuck?
Where
He's already
is
got
that
11
even?
over at the third.
Yeah, no, he's building
above the
32
third.
Banelings.
Amazing.
Yeah, there it is. Interesting that he's going to try and Bane bust a bunch of Marauders. That's interesting. I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean, that's 30 Marines, only 7 Marauders.
Is it
The
really
tanks
more
are
than Marines?
unsieged.
Oh, the Marines are down at the bottom. Okay, okay. Yeah, I'm looking just at the main army. Ah, I'm not a good observer.
I got you covered, don't worry.
Oh, man.
Oh, Snipe's going
this
down.
is kind of cute because he sees no ghosts, so now if he goes ghosts, the Banelings kill them all. Interesting. It's a good strat.
Nice spreads, and the Vikings are going completely uncontested too, it seems like. The
Yeah.
PF does not want to die, but the Banelings are going to try and kill off a whole bunch of the SCVs, and they do a pretty decent job, but there's just so many Vikings here. There's nothing that can kill them right now. The Hydras were dying. There weren't enough of them. The Corruptors died. There weren't enough of them. All of a sudden, Ragnarok is like in an incredibly awkward position, making mass Hydra at,
He's
what,
just trying to
15 minutes in the
stall.
game?
Yeah.
What
Well,
is this going to do?
Mass Hydra would actually be really sick against this army because it's all Vikings.
That's true.
Like-
But he's going to have the reinforcements coming out quite quickly here, I feel like.
Yeah. It's a pretty good spot for Cure.
And like he's now, that was his income, right? Like I was saying how he's been broke this entire time, even though he's got a sick economy of 85 drones. So like he doesn't have a bank that he's sitting on. So like he just used his bank to make only Hydras. So like if Cure just scales up a little bit more and waits for his reinforcements, like this is going to be going quite well for him. He's got no late game tech for Ragnarok here.
Yeah, this looks. I mean, but he's gonna take this fight. He should be able to take it pretty well.
The splits are going to be pretty good there. There's a couple tanks back here. The ghosts are not dying right now, and they could lay down some snipes once this starts to go over, and there he goes. Pushing this back, kills off the base, and he should run back at this point.
Oh, nice flank from the top side with the Hydras, by the way.
Very well done.
Coming
Reinforcements secure, not quite here yet. Gonna try to load up, get out of there.
He's going straight for the ghost of the Banelings too. He knows what he's got to do. Taking the hatch again. So now, yeah, so we've gotten to the phase with the creep spread and like in TVZ where the Zerg just takes 2 bases at once, top side, bottom side. And then whenever one of them dies, the drones just transfer to the other. It's very difficult to kind of like actually do damage. It kind of happens the same as Terran as well, I guess, but the creep spread sort of enables like an easier transfer of units from one side to the other. So yeah, we're just looking at a nice long TVZ here.
First nuke. Hey, well, here we go.
Oh yeah,
We're in for it.
Game's gonna get interesting now.
Oh yeah. Dude, the mass
There's
nuke
always-
shit is crazy to watch.
Yeah, because there's always a risk that like you run into a nuke, and then you lose your army. There's like, which base is being nuked? And
Yeah,
it's very strong for not really that big a cost.
And it's like purely a distraction based like play too. Like it's pure mind games. Like hearing that from Maru or who I forget exactly who said it. I think it was Maru from like WESG or something, saying that like the reason why the nuke strategy is so good is because it is so attention splitting. Like you're just spamming nukes everywhere that it's so difficult to know where it actually is hitting and which nuke is going to be a real hit or if it's just them trying to clear creep or whatever, right? So it's like it's actually a crazy way to play late game, and it's like super ridiculous to watch unfold because then you do get that nutty ass fucking 50 broodlord whatever nuke, and it's like holy crap.
Yeah, it happens every once in a while. Did you see those Banelings die?
Yeah.
That's so brutal, dude. It's not something you want to see. Like you can kind of get away with that stuff when your gas bank is high, but yeah, that's not good.
We just canceled the nuke to try and get out of range of the repositioned spore. That was cute.
Yeah.
Doesn't get it though.
I love how the mechanical skin has it burning. It's so good.
Yeah, that's it makes no sense. It's like it's a biological thing, but it's still burning.
Yeah, no, it's a Terran building.
Yeah. Yes.
Because the skin is like literally the practice Terran, the practice Zerg building.
But like it feels like the buildings like move as if it's still like kind of like gooey Zerg kind of stuff.
Well, yeah, because it's a practice building, man. Come on.
Okay, whatever.
Well, look at this nuke.
Oh man,
oh, he's got infestors now.
It could cancel the nuke based off of a what you call it, fungal or something. He doesn't seem to notice that the nuke is there.
Cancel the nuke.
Oh my god, it's gonna do it! Yes!
Oh no!
There it is! Just like we fucking said. Literally, what, 5 fucking minutes? Not even.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. And that's what ends it. Yo.
Oh, that's it.
Did I see the future? Am I a...
Wait, did you
Am I a
even call that
psychic?
before I did? I called that.
No, I said sometimes we even
No,
see
I
those,
said-
like, 50 Broodlord, like,
Yeah,
nukes. And
but before that, I was like, yeah, sometimes, like, you get the times when they just run into the random nuke,
yeah,
like in the middle, like that.
I guess we both called it.
Oh, man. All right. I'll take that. I'll concede.
It was like a combined,
That's
like, we were
fine.
both making the same thing. Get
Yeah,
out of the game,
sure.
fucker.
Okay, fine. I'm out. That was brutal. By the way,
Kairos.
Fungal doesn't cancel nuke.
Does it not?
No, I was trying to tell you that.
I thought it's like
it
any
cancels. It cancels snipe.
Oh, right.
Any damage cancels snipe.
I'm thinking snipe. Good call, good call.
It's
Hey,
almost
man.
like you don't even know this game.
Protoss player. You can only
Sad, dude.
I can only fit so much information in my tiny brain, right?
Yeah, exactly. You and your 250 DPI, dude.
450.
Cure did good to win on the map that Marine Lord described as the most incredibly broken map since a long time.
I mean, Kier
How
brought
do I
that
do-
back too, by the way. Right? Because Ragnarok seemed like in a pretty good position in the mid game. He's like getting some good flanks, getting some good surrounds.
Nice. Yeah. So Joey asked Sal, "How did you do these hours for so long?" I'm tired. When things are going well, man, hype would and like just motivation will push you for a long time. You can ride the wave. All right, in the bottom right, we have the blue Terran, Gene Air, Green Wings, True or Cure.
Oh.
Not True. Cure. Fuck.
I'm not even
You know what?
I'm not
I
even
don't
letting
wanna-
the
I don't wanna
bomb
do this
go
anymore.
fully for
I'm
that
out.
one. That was.
I'm out. I don't want to play anymore. Put down the controller. I'm going to bed. Give me my pillow.
So up on the top left, playing for Team Psystorm. Oh wait, he's not for Team Psystorm anymore. It's Ragnarok. Well, don't worry. I fell on the floor with you there to make you feel good.
No, that's fine. Thanks. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Is there another gas Rex or Rex gas from Cure? What do we have?
Don't you mean true?
Nope. I said it right. You shit. I said it right. Yeah, no, I mean just standard play out of Ragnarok. I feel like there's a lot of drones.
No.
Is it really 18 pool? And then am I
Zerg
crazy?
player in chat, quick, correct us. What's the normal?
I feel like that was a lot of drones before pool.
Is it 17 or 18
I
pool?
must be crazy. No, I gotta be crazy.
16, 18, 17.
Okay. Yeah, man. Oof.
Streamer.
See, because I know the timing based on when the Reaper shows up. Yeah, okay. It just felt like it was so long. I don't know.
That's what she said.
What a professional cast, dude.
Yeah, thank you.
Jesus.
I can't let any moment slip by. I wonder if Kira's gonna do the exact same thing again, where it's like he's like doing the Hero, right? Where Hero was doing like
Yeah.
the same Robo opener with like 50 different variants, but Kira's been doing the same Hellion Banshee
Every
games.
Terran does this opener.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
this is like all the way up to Starport is like completely standard meme. Same thing every time. The Banshee alternates, like, you know, he had the 3cc variation before, and we'll see what he's gonna do this time. He's got that second gas though, which means he's not doing 3cc, because you would toss down the cc before the second gas.
Yep. And gets a Ling. That's about as much action as we'll see for the next 3 minutes or so. Oh, almost. Yeah, he does
No,
get the
and
drone.
drone.
Too. Nice.
That's a big pickup.
Oh, another Ling. Look at this Reaper.
If he gets that creep tumor, this is an MVP Reaper.
No, he's not gonna
No,
go
he's
for
not
that.
gonna.
He's got like 2 health.
Yeah, that creep tumor is like worth almost as much as a drone. That first creep tumor, it counts for so much
Yeah.
creep shred.
It makes the Hellions
It's
later
very
so much
important.
more potent.
Yeah. Super important to kill that creep tumor. Because, like, I remember there was a time when Hero Maroon was, like, hating on the Korean
Here
Zergs
comes the
because they
battle.
never took their creep tumors at the right time. And he was saying that one of the biggest differences between the KR and EU Zergs was that the EU Zergs don't inject with their first with their first energy, and that's like a huge difference. Also, that drone, rip.
Yeah, but he killed the Reaper with it too. Do you think that's worth it?
No, it's so worth it to kill the drone. So he delays
Really?
the hatch, the queen's out of position, and the drone dies.
Well,
So
the queen's out of position for what? There's nothing
I mean,
here.
in theory, that Reaper never kills anything, right? So
True,
he gets
true,
two drones and a delayed hatchery is a real win for it.
I'm so used to like first adept in PvZ, like you never want to sack it unless you have a second one with it to like actually kill drones, like a lot of them too. So it's like feels weird to just sack the first thing, but I guess that does make sense. It already did some decent amount of damage too.
Terran has a lot of those units. Like it's like in TVT, like your Reaper Hellion is like as soon as the Cyclone pops out, like they're pretty much worthless. And you can just do usually the point that you save them literally to scout later on, like on the map wherever you can.
It's gonna make it kind of weird for the Hellion push now, though, right? Because now we can't have the Reaper nade repositioning any queens that might try to block them.
Well, it's unlikely he does that now. It's like too late to kind of try and go for the grenade is something you do with the first 2 Hellions, or maybe sometimes the first 4, if there's a wall. But like now it's a little late, so you wouldn't want to do it. Now you want to use the Hellions and Banshee, maybe get a queen here and there, and you want to use the Hellions to try and deny creep. Like if you use the Banshees to pull the queens, and then you use the Hellions to deny the tumors as they move across the map. Yeah, I mean, creep's like the most important thing that a Zerg has, really. Like it's the one thing that the more of it you get, the more broken all your units become.
Nice cancel on that other creep tumor. Doesn't waste
good.
it. Cure did pick off one though. I feel like a lot of TVZ, like early into mid game, is literally just Terran versus creep. It's not even Terran versus Zerg.
Yeah,
like,
it is. Yeah, very much so. Especially as a bio Terran, yeah.
Yeah, like last year when there was like a whole bunch of TVZ, another kill there. I feel like it was just endless wave after wave, especially like Cyril's games or whatever, when like he just be whoever is like good at creep spread. I don't know. Mick Monroe says that Cyril's actually not good at creep spread, but whatever. Like the Zergs that like spam and creep spread everywhere. They're like, it just feels like every time you kill a giant wave of creep tumors, they're just back with 50 queens and just putting it back again, and then it's like the same battle like for however many minutes straight, and it's like the bio can never actually anytime the bio just steps onto the creep at all, like more than like a fucking pixel, they're just surrounded and you just die, and then it just is a stalemate like we were doing last game.
That comment with the creep spread Cyril is interesting because it kind of it's not true per se, but it might be correlated to the comment made by Hero Marine, where Cyril is literally always playing for the late game. And if you're always playing for the late game, then you know that the end creep is usually split map. So if you're always playing for the late game, like going past split map is kind of silly. If you're always trying to just get your economy perfect and get your endgame comp, and then take your split map and then push from there. So I wonder if that ends up being like a side effect of always trying to play late game. Less focus on creep spread, more focus on macro and just defending everything instead.
Yeah, I think he said it's something where it's like just like the efficiency of it. It was like whatnot. Like he was like making this whole thing where like back when the creep got nerfed slightly. Remember that? Like the creep spread thing. He was saying that like it doesn't matter because Zergs don't actually use creep spread to its full efficiency anyway. Like you can't possibly get the highest like efficiency where like each time a creep tumor is ready to go, like you do it again, something like it was some argument related to that.
So it didn't really change anything.
Well, we got bio going against Lingbane. Wait up for your fucking analysis. We gotta get hype commentary in here every now and then. Okay, they're backing off.
All right, man.
Go.
It's okay, Husky. I got it. Yeah, no. So
H to the Husky here. Hey guys, it's HD StarCraft here with another quad gate rush.
We don't talk shit.
I love HD and Husky. They were the OGs. I used to watch I literally watched every single Husky video for like however many years when I first started.
Yeah, I don't even remember my train of thought.
Creep spread, inefficiency, the nerf to it.
Yeah, like no, everyone just got more queens.
Yeah.
That was the solution. They were just like, oh, I'll just build 2 more.
More queen.
Yeah.
He's got 7 right now. It seems like the golden number. He had that a couple times in the other series as well. It doesn't go up any past that. Doesn't seem like he needs any more. Getting pretty good creep spread with it. Oh, Mutas, by the way. We completely missed it. Is that how many?
That's
Wait,
like kind of
10,
back
there
in
we go.
meta. Yeah, a lot of Zerg likes to build meta now.
We'll see if Kira's prepared.
Oh man, Kira had no idea too because I'm watching from
Yeah.
his perspective. So when you said Muta, I was like, really Muta?
Yeah, like
And
I wasn't
then,
even looking either.
because
I
I was
didn't even
just so
see it.
surprised. Yeah.
I mean, he's got to go into like what, Thor production at this point, or not really because it's only 10.
Yeah,
Actually, he's making more
gonna
mutas
build.
though.
He builds a Thor right away. He builds a Thor right away. It just
Yep, there
depends
we
on
go.
the player. Some players like to just go for a 200 push where their army is just like better, and don't really care what happens to them. Oh, he's gonna lose this small bio. Oh no, actually, he's close enough to the tanks. Good stuff.
Gonna try to set up a
the
Ling counter.
The HD thing, basically, Reddit literally bullied HD out of commentary. He made he had like one really bad cast. Everyone said he was the worst caster ever.
Yeah.
He took it really hard and never recovered. That's the power of Reddit for you.
We'll miss HD and his quad gate rushes. Dude, that's like my favorite meme, like from the original, literally the oest of G's. Like 4 gates literally are so new that someone calls it a quad gate rush. Like I love it.
He tried to coin the term.
Yeah, it was amazing. This is some sort of a quad gate rush.
Yeah, HD's like super down.
They were awesome back then though. The HDH Invitational. Still waiting for that second one. Just like the EG House Sex in the what was the, or was that Day 9 and Husky doing like Sex in the City or whatever the fuck that was?
No, there was
What did the EG House? Remember the EG Pizza like thing or whatever that they broken promise?
No, that was
what is the list of broken promises in StarCraft?
There's
a lot,
many, dude. I don't remember them all anymore. I don't really care. There was the Star Nation shit that never even came out, right?
Dude, every now and then you see another Reddit thread about that, and it's just like, what? Ambitious. I mean, there's creep here already. He just cleared it.
I don't know about ambitious. Like, this is like a standardly timed 4th, but this 4th in particular is an interesting decision.
Yeah, I mean, like, because you have this one so clearly.
Look at Kier's vision, and then flip over to see Ragnarok.
Oh, dude, that is the classic.
Yeah,
TVZ.
This is TVZ in a nutshell. Like, creep is out of hand.
I mean, I'm imagining this is to just make it so it's like he's focusing on this area right here in the middle, right? Because if he takes the other base, then those Ling counterattacks that Ragnarok was setting up, like he had one sitting at that 4th base, basically. It allows this wall to stay completely intact, and it allows him to sit in this giant area in the front.
Oh man, he didn't pay attention. Otherwise, it would have just been a ton of wasted Banes.
I mean, he gets a pretty decent amount. Gets a medevac even with that random.
He had a lot of Marines there ready.
I guess we're gonna go into Ghosts as well this game, considering. Well, no, because it's pretty. We're still sitting on Lingbane Muta. Do we have Hive yet? Yes, we do. No actual
and
Hive
he's getting
tech
plus the
with it,
armor,
though.
and after plus the armor, probably Kindness and Ultra Scabbard, I'd imagine.
And then you need Ghost for that, obviously, right? It's very rare. I haven't seen like a Lingbane Muta like full out macro game in a while. Like usually I see it kind of just fizzle out in the mid game eventually, but like I haven't. I've not been seeing this kind of stuff recently.
Yeah. Is he doing Greater Spire?
Good to
no, it's Adrenal and Ultra Scabbard.
Yep, there's the Ultra.
Suck it, chat. I got it this time.
Bane Bus going into the third base, completely undefended. Just kills the CC.
He just clicked delete. Alt F4 right there.
Muta's going to come into the 4th base. A bunch of turrets there, though. It's going to dissuade him a little bit. Going over to the natural.
So now he goes for the deep hook.
He's going to get some more SCVs. He can get. He could have maybe gotten one of the 3 upgrades even. Would have been a bit difficult, but.
Why is your chat just shitting on us? Guys, move on.
Winter's
abandonment issues. Jesus.
Yo,
Christ.
Winter's. What? Bane Ling Hydra? Is that how you're fucking? Whatever. Never mind. I gave up on chat. Like usually it's Ling Bane Hydra you say, right? Not BL like Bane Ling Hydra. That's confusing me.
Yeah, it's Ling Bane Hydra.
Anyway.
Bronze League Heroes is what he was going for.
Aha! I thought we were
No, man. No, it's not like they'd be talking about actual StarCraft.
I mean, the way you phrased it sounded like you were like.
Yeah, look, Chroma Phoenix has got it. It's Twitch chat propaganda.
Never listen to Twitch
inauthentic
chat.
gameplay. Okay.
Never listen to Twitch chat.
Oh,
dude.
no! Ooh, nice.
Rip.
But that is a dead fourth.
This
This is the kind of situation that's got to feel so bad from Kier. But what you will notice if you're watching Ragnarok's perspective is how his vision has changed.
Yeah.
And it's still maxed out. Like, he's lost all of his creep. Oh, another run by, though. Rip. But that's a PF, isn't it, now?
Baneling's coming in. Buddha Mine gonna clear a decent amount of them, but
he's got to wait. He's got 5 ultras on the tab. That's what he's looking for. Nice.
I mean, this pre-split's gonna be nuts, though. So many Mirages at the front just soaks up so many of those Banelings.
Yeah.
Is he gonna? Can he even attack into this position with ultras? Like, I feel like this is so constricted.
He has to attack all his one though.
Baneling's going in.
Oh!
Well, the mutas are clumping underneath the Thor shots.
It's so close, but I think this works out well for Kieran.
Oh my god.
Even though Ragnarok has a better supply, he takes
all
the net.
it's all drones.
Yeah, I think he's gonna take the. Yeah, he's down 20 supply already. If he can get these 4 ultras out.
I mean, there's no medevac energy left.
He's not waiting though. No, he's coming in one piece at a time. He has 5 ultras in the tab.
Yeah.
He needed them all at once. Yeah, and look at he's just rallying across the map. He's just gonna lose all the time. Yeah, Ragnarok's gonna probably tap out.
Damn, decisive put, like, so much harassment.
I mean,
I
say he's gonna tap out, but the supplies are even. And
but it's drones. It's all drones.
There's still ultras on the tab, man.
It's true. It's true. It's true. There's no more medevac energy. Every stim is a stim wasted. So he's got to get enough done with it each time, and he's kind of getting into a nice spot here.
This army doesn't leave here this time.
No. And you got one of the ultras there. The queens are not there to transfuse quite yet.
Yeah.
Some more reinforcements coming in, a little bit more medevac energy. The queens.
Have any queens?
Yeah, they're coming from the top, but they're getting distracted by a couple marines.
Yeah, but they got distracted by 3 marines.
Kills another base.
This is a brutal situation. He has the top 2 bases as well. But now he's got a real economy again, right?
Ooh, Widow Mine hitting something there.
Even incomes.
A single panic swarm host accidentally smashing the AK. These 2 ultras, one of them's gonna die.
Oh no, come on, transfuse, man.
Oh, rip. The queens are finally getting the transfuses now, fighting away as best as he can. Gets another ultra. Every single, like, this is literally, ultras are keeping him alive at this point.
What are we moderating right now in chat? What are we supposed to be moderating?
Who cares?
Chicken says, if only they were mods.
I don't know. He's trying to bait us from this extremely amazing hype commentary. I mean, this is super close. Like, this is down to the wire really continuously. Like, he's making as many lings and ultras as he can. I don't think... Does Kier know about those top bases? He knows about 1 at least. He's going to have to meander his way up there eventually. To try and take those out. Oh, or not. Kier did as much as he could, or Ragnarok did as much as he could up to that point, but then he's like, no, let's throw in a fantasy GG. No problem. So, we're going to have the balanced matchup as our finals, eh?
TVP.
Yeah.
Match of kings. Or king. Period. The Protoss.